Has anyone ever dealt with a racist coworker or boss that tried to get them in trouble? Because I had both happen to me at the same company. The first one was this person when I first started working at Fred Meyer, which is basically Kroger now. It was a long time ago. She wasn't my boss, but she thought she was my boss, and she was in charge of ordering the supplies. So one of my first few times working there, I remember I clock in one day, I get called into the office. My food manager sits me down and was like, "All right, man, so we need to talk about something real quick. We had a customer complain about you saying something along the lines of you being bad or whatever that is." And after we sat there and deciphered it, I guess I said, "My bad." And the lady took offense to that, which is strange because I've never had no one complain about that. However, this was a complaint. We later found out that the lady that complained was friends with this particular person, right? And it doesn't stop there. She constantly complained about the way I talked, the things that I said, made a lot of complaints about me sagging, even though I didn't even sag all that much over there. It was clearly racially motivated. And to top that off, there was another black girl that worked there for a little bit. Her name was something along the lines of like Shakita. That's not her real name, but it was similar to that. This lady never pronounced her name right once. She always fucked up her name, and it was just so offensive and stupid. And then whenever you try to call her out on anything, her defense was always, "Well, I have a black son-in-law. My daughter's married to a black man, and I like him, so I can't be racist." And luckily, my management got tired of it. Eventually, I got out that department, got a better position, and things got better for me at the company. But ultimately, she did end up getting fired, which is great. Moving forward, I transfer stores. I get this food manager that at first, very nice to me, appeared to like me a lot. Next thing I know, I was being micromanaged. I was constantly being called in the office by him, but just him, not the other managers, just him. He always picked a problem with me. And then I started to notice the other black coworkers I had at the time all had major issues with him. One in particular, this old black man who was on his way out. He was close to retirement. Everyone loved him. Good worker. Showed up to work every day. He had issues with him too. I approached this old black coworker one day. I was like, "Am I tripping? Or does it seem like our food manager is riding all the black employees way harder than everyone else?" He looked at me and was like, "Yep, I'm starting to notice that too." So we ended up getting together and we were about to report him. Next thing I know, that guy ended up getting himself fired on some bullshit. And before I end this video, here's what's really funny. That first lady I talked about and that bad food manager, I found them on Facebook, ironically. Guess who the fuck they were both massive supporters of, and it was all over their Facebook. Take a wild guess who they were massive supporters of, and they made it their whole personalities. You already know.